Rummaging around my wardrobe, I noticed there's a certain print there that tends to repeat itself a lot. I've been hooked on it for a little while. That is zebra print, and I'm sharing all the garments I've made using this one. 8 of them I had already made, but there's a brand new one you haven't seen. Hi sewing friends, I'm Karina from liftingpinsandneedles.com. Welcome to this channel that is all about sewing, limitless sewing, and I'm excited to share my zebra collection with you. It took me a while to dip into the animal print. After my 40s, I would say. Before then, I had completely sworn it off and I would not even go close. But zebra print brought me in first because of the black and white. I think it's really pretty and I'm loving it right now. When I found fabrics, I have bought yardage, and I'm talking about 10 meters, that sort of amount, big amounts. Knowing that I'm going to make a lot of garments out of these fabrics, that's okay. I'm okay with sewing different styles with the same type of fabrics. They don't all have to go together as sets. Actually, some don't even match as sets because of the styles, but sometimes you can pull it off. And I think with zebra, you really have to think about it when you wear a set because it can be too much. Even for me, I have to feel a certain way. But I noticed that I had seen a lot of zebra print in there, so I just grabbed them all, counted them, saw what I had. I had 8 garments and now I have a 9th. Out of all of those, 6 are made out of knit fabric and 3 are made out of woven fabric. There's 3 bottoms and there's 6 tops. So there's quite a bit of variety here. I've used lots of different patterns from different brands in different styles, and I still have a little bit of yardage left of these fabrics. So I'm not done with the zebra print yet. And I even have some in other colors. I'm going to share my 9 zebra garments. I'll show you them styled with other garments, of course. You will see all the information on the screen, what size I'm sewing, what I'm pairing it with. If I've made any fitting adjustments, I will mention this in my commentary. So it'll be a fun one for you to get some inspiration. In the midst, you will see the new garment I've made and all the information around it. So let's head into all the zebra collection. This is the all-in easy fit shirt by Pattern Emporium. I made at the end of 2022. Back then I made a size 18, which is one size up than my size right now. So it's nice and loose, really comfy, relaxed. Being a little oversized is fine because the rayon linen blend is super drapey. So I love it. I love the length. It's got a lot of classic shirt features and I love the zebra print, slightly curved hem. I think it goes really well with the jeans. Collar and collar stand. A little bit faded there because I stained myself with tomato sauce and scrubbing the stain off. Pockets there, little pleat on the back, yoke, burrito method. Lots of fun sewing there and I love it in the zebra print there. This is another pattern from Pattern Emporium called Heartlight Skirt. This is an athletic knit pull-up skirt, A-lined. I did add the center front slits and added extra seam allowance so I could have that feature. I really love it. It's so nice paired with the cropped purple shirt. There's a yoga waistband in there. It's such a lovely skirt, so comfortable to wear. It was super easy to sew, and I think it's striking in the zebra. I love it because black and white, I could pair it with any top I want, any color. I'm really digging purple right now, so I chose to pair it with this one. I recently made this Vivace top from Love Notions, a dolman top with a zebra print. I've got the overlapped V neckline made out of a cotton linen blend just to contrast. And it was a great make. I really like it. I eliminated the pleat in the center front and kept the dolman sleeve simple without the cuff. I've got it tucked into my title wrap skirt from Greenstyle. I think it looks really cute. And it's great to tuck in or also leave out because it doesn't have a ton of ease. Now we're right in the middle of the collection, and here's where I'm going to show you my new garment that I've made. I actually had to check first if I had enough because I knew I had a sizable amount, but the pattern I was thinking does take a bit of yardage. So I had to go check first and confirm, and yes, I was so happy that I had enough. And what I made is the Caprice skirt from Love Notions. If you haven't seen this pattern, it's really nice. It's got a lot of options. Lots of styles here, 2 or 3 tees, really simple. They're all elasticated waistbands that are easy to sew because you just fold the top, put an elastic through, so super easy, and they're all long. It's a really cute pattern I've really enjoyed, and it's a feature Friday today, which means it's got a big discount, more than 50% off. It's the first time it's featured, and you don't see these patterns featured very often, so if you like the style, it's a good time to grab it now. Let me show you the previous ones I've made, including 2 I've made for my family members, one for my sister-in-law, one for my mom. Then I'll show you the one that's brand new.
I love this Caprice skirt. It's got the curved type of T, 2 T's. I've actually got the inseam pockets because I wanted to film it for the tutorial when I made it. This print is amazing. You'll see I've made my mum one in the exact same print, rayon linen blend. It's got a fake placket on the first T, and I've got big, bold red buttons there so they would be seen. Love the skirt. It's one of the nicest skirts that I have. This is another version of the Caprice skirt with 3 tiers in a tencel fabric, red, amazing. The hand hem, let me tell you how many hours it took. I like it paired with the black top. I think it's a really simple outfit, easy to grab and wear and look really nice. These are skirts I wasn't used to wearing, and I've started wearing them again after many years, and I'm so glad. This is a rayon version in a lovely blue print, same version as the first one with the 2 T's with the front curved section. I've also added a functional placket to this one as a hack so that I can have an open front there. Absolutely love it. This is a pink version I made for my sister-in-law in a rayon linen blend. I made the 3T version for her. That's the one she wanted, and she's going to really rock this skirt. She's always worn maxi skirts ever since I've met her. So I knew she was going to love it, and I made it for her as a present last Christmas. Hers is a size M. My mum's skirt, same lovely fabric I had. I made her version with the 3T's, a lovely voluminous skirt. She had a similar skirt to this one in the 90s that she always remembered, and this is one way to recreate one of her favorite skirts again, and she's so happy. Hers is a size M, and I think it's amazing. She's going to really enjoy this one. Super floaty.
For this new one, I knew I wanted to pair it with the Vivace top I made out of zebra. You've already seen that one. This one has a neckline in black linen cotton blend right here on the neckline. And I always knew I wanted to make my zebra skirt have a black placket. Now, the Caprice does not have a placket. There is an option where you can sew a fake placket, but it's not a way that you would be able to sew a contrast fabric in there. So I decided to make a functional placket. It was very easy to do, very minimal changes to the pattern piece. I made the view with 2 T's, the one that has the curve. I'll show you the line out of the one I'm talking about with the fake placket. That fake placket has extra seam allowance there, so I didn't need to make any change to the top part. I left it the same. For the bottom, that's where I added an inch. I added an inch and then I cut it. So that was all the change I made. And now I'm going to show you what I did with the placket, how big the placket is and how I've sewn it on, and how I get this amazing contrast placket for this skirt that's going to open all the way down and it's going to look really pretty. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of sewing in this video. I tried to have some sewing, some practical content in every single one, even though this is a lot of a sew and tell. There's still some practical bits for you here, got to do with button plackets.
This is the placket that I'm going to sew onto the skirt. The skirt has zebra print, black and white, so I want this to be a feature in the center of the skirt. The skirt doesn't have a button placket, a real one, but I've made the modifications so that it does. But all I did was cut a long strip the length of my skirt. I'm making a maxi, so this is super long and I've got 1 3/4 inches here, or 4.5 centimeters. One side is going to be folded in by 3/8 of an inch. The other side is going to be sewn onto the skirt with 3/8, so we're going to end up with an inch visible as the placket. So that's what I've got. They're both interfaced. When it's time to sew them on, I'll be back. Okay, here's what I've done so far. This is the version of the Caprice skirt that has 2 tiers and it's curved higher in the front and then it curves lower on the sides. So I have done these separately, one side and the other side. I have taken my plackets. I have already folded up this side by 3/8 right here, as you can see. So here you can clearly see I'm on the wrong side of the skirt. Here are all the seams. My placket is right side to wrong side of the skirt. The raw edge is against the skirt and this folded edge is right here. When I sew this at 3/8, then that's going to attach on the placket, and then what we're going to do, pretend that's already sewn. We're going to flip this over this way, and that's how I'm going to get a visible black placket here on this skirt, which is a detail I want. Before sewing this, I want to show you what I'm doing at the very bottom. So here we have the hem for the skirt pressed up. I haven't sewn it, but I've pressed it up. You can see I've left 3/8 of an inch of extra placket hanging from underneath right there. So I have that excess. I did cut mine longer just to know that I'd have enough, and now I've trimmed away what I don't want. And now I'm going to fold this up by 3/8. Right there. So basically my placket is folded and my hem is folded, and they're going to meet right there on the edge at the same level, and that's how I'm going to start sewing all the way up. and it's going to give me a neat result. Another thing I've done to this placket, at the top where the waistline is serged the edge so it's already finished. Easier to do before sewing it on, of course. Okay, there we have a placket sewn. Now we're going to be flipping this over to the right side of the skirt here, but we don't want that edge of the skirt to be seen. That's why we're going to understitch right there. So extending this placket, pushing the seam allowance of the placket towards the skirt, we're going to sew on the edge, and that's going to keep that white area hidden away. I know it's different to what we do with facings, but this is not a facing, it's a placket. And this is going to be folded to the right side of the garment, not the wrong side like you usually do with facings. So don't get confused. Maintain your placket to completely straight, extended, and then we're going to sew on the edge. This is another presser foot. This has an L on it. It's also a type of blind hem presser foot, but different. When you move this, it moves this edge in or out, so you can actually get whatever seam allowance you want, and it's really helpful. I've set it here to about 1/8 of an inch. Now I'm going to head over to the iron and press it. Now when I press it, you're going to see the seam is going to roll to this side. So we're going to have about 1/8 of an inch of placket here, which will keep the inside of the skirt hidden. So right here on the top where the waistline is, I'm just going to leave it like that. No worries. I'm going to hand baste it down and then top stitch this placket. Now at the bottom, remember we had already folded this. When we bring this forward, that's already folded. So that little bit there at the bottom, I'm going to sew it invisibly by hand. And that's how the bottom placket is going to finish super neat on this side. And on the other side, we're going to have a hem. Okay, here is the bottom of the placket. I have already sewn it there by hand, pretty invisible, so that's done. Folded my placket, very nice. And now I'm going to edge stitch right there all the way to the top for both sides. Then the placket is done. Then I have to finish the skirt like normal, so the side seams, fold up the casing at the top for the elastic, and then at the end do my buttonholes and buttons. Here is my gorgeous new Caprice skirt. I love it so much. This is the linen button placket that I've sewn on. I've done the same for both. You can see this is the area that I understitched to keep it all inside, so when I walk around you don't see the wrong side of the skirt, and it's very pretty. This top here, I didn't do a buttonhole on the top because there were too many layers. It was really, really bulky. There's no way I could have gotten a buttonhole there. And plus, this is a pull-up skirt. You know, this is all for show. So what I did was just put the plackets one on top of each other and sew the button right through all the layers. And that's that. Then I started the buttonholes all the way here. I have a distance of 6 centimeters or 2 inches and 3/8. And I use these beautiful metal buttons right there. I left a little bit without buttons or buttonholes at the bottom. From the knee down, I'll wear it open all the time. I think it looks really cute. All the rest was the same. Assembling the skirt was all the same. And the rest was all easy. I tacked the elastics on each side right here when I threaded it through, and then just sewed the plackets closed. And it was super nice. I love this one. It's very pretty. I can't stop staring at it and smiling because I'm just so happy with it. Yet another zebra print here. Let's see it on. Here is my brand new Caprice skirt that I've just made in this zebra print rayon linen blend, super floaty. This is the view that has 2 tiers with curved features in the front. Lovely. I've added this contrasting placket in black linen. It's totally functional. It's a hack to the pattern and I love it. It looks so nice to have that detail that is vertical for the skirt. Super nice pull on with an elasticated casing that you just fold under. And there you can see my metal buttons in my favorite zebra print. It's just a win. More fun news for you so that you're very informed. On Monday the 5th through Friday the 9th of May,
Love Notions is running a big sale. Every year there's a big sale in May, 40% off. Now, if you use my code, which you'll find in the description box and the comment section, you will get 45% off. So that is the catch here. If you'd like to support the work that I do here on YouTube, you can use my code. I get a small commission back from the designer, and that really, really helps me out a lot. So that's coming on Monday next week. I'll have a lot of special content for you for the sale. I'm super excited. I've been preparing for a long time.
This is a basic I wear all the time. It's a Luna. This is loungewear, but I actually make regular clothes out of them. So I use the slip or nightie and I just cut it shorter to have a cami. I added little slits on the side and I made it with a zebra print. I've got it paired with a title skirt from Green Style you'd have seen recently on my channel. I really like this top. I wear it quite a lot and I've dressed it up and dressed it down. So it can go a long way being black and white. And I really like it with purple right here. Same athletic knit, this time the Ravinia skirt from Love Notions. You know, there isn't an option that is that short, but from the shortest length on the pattern, I made it 6 inches shorter so it could be a skirt. I used the clear water shorties also from Love Notions to attach them to the waistline over there. So I have little shorts in there, great. Curved waistband, super cute pockets with a gathering detail. There are the black shorties. These are great for working out, and I probably wear this one once weekly at least. It's been a favorite since I made it and I love it. I've got it paired with one of my azalea tops from Sinclair Patterns, a really nice black top with lovely details. This is the Frankie dress from Love Notions. You can also make this a top, the sleeves, so many options, but this is a dress. I added 2.5 inches of length to it. I could probably do with 1 extra inch. It's a little bit short. It's a swing style. It was extra large standard bust when I made it, but I have taken it in on the sides a little bit because it was getting a little bit loose. Love it. It's got a center back seam. The detail of the placket and the collar, polo style, is super fun. I used woven fabric for all that detail linen and I blended it with the athletic knit. I think it's really cool. Love the combination of black accents. It's a great dress. This is a Bella Vista from Itch to Stitch. It's actually a pattern for a sweater. I made one in a sweater knit, but I hacked it to be sleeveless, added my own binding, and made a zebra version. It's a swing style. That's why I've got it paired with a fitted pencil skirt, also from Itch to Stitch, the Quebec skirt. It's got these lovely seams on the front that come from the neckline there beneath the neckband. And it's a lovely style. Swing style, perfect. I really love it. There's a nice amount of volume there, but it looks okay if you wear it with something fitted on the bottom like I've done it here. Very comfortable, very easy to wear. I love this top. It's called Chasing Butterflies from Pattern Emporium. And this is a zebra print, but with a larger scale zebra than the others that you've seen. It's a different athletic knit. I love this top. It's so nice. It's just the right amount of warmth for this mild winter that I get here. I've got half sleeves, but you can make them full length. There's a neckband there. And check out the batwing style. It's so lovely to wear. I love it. And because it's a more voluminous type top, I've also got a pencil skirt just to keep everything balanced. And I've really, really enjoyed wearing this one since I made it in 2023. So nice.
Now, after we've seen the 9 zebra prints, how about combining them? Not all of them though. I just figured out I could get away with 3 sets here. Has to do with the silhouette and the styles of the pattern. Sometimes they just don't mesh, but I think some do. So let's see 3 sets that I can get with these zebra prints here.
I always knew my new Caprice skirt was going to go perfectly with my Vivace that I made a couple of months ago. I do want to tuck this in though, otherwise I would look a little frumpy. So I've got a half tuck. The back can just lie loose and relaxed, and it's lovely. You can see the placket details. I think the black placket goes perfectly with the neckline that is also black. It just ties it all together. It might look like a fake dress from far away, but I think you can tell they're separate and it's lovely. I think these two go together beautifully and I couldn't be happier. I have actually worn this to the gym completely in zebra, my Ravinia skirt with my Luna cami again. The Luna cami, I'm telling you, I wear it so much and it's perfect for working out. I think it looks really cool. And you know, if it's a little bit out there, that's okay. In the gym, I think you can be a little more bold with fashion choices. So I don't feel strange at all going to the gym completely as a zebra. I think I can pair the heartlight skirt with the Luna cami because the Luna cami is not that fitted. I can tuck it in without creating bulk underneath the waist. From far away, you would think it's just a maxi dress, but it's not. You know, there is a yoga waistband there and the cami is tucked in. So I think this is totally possible to use as a set, disguising as a dress. I love it. It's perfect for summer.
I had a lot of fun going through all my zebra garments. I think they're all beautiful, they're all different, they all serve me for so many purposes, and I'm super happy to have them. As I said, I'm not done with zebra print yet. I still have a little bit more in my collection, so you'll be seeing some more. I hope you don't get sick of it. I'm not sick of them at all. That's all from me. Have an amazing weekend. Don't forget to check out the Caprice skirt, Feature Friday pattern, very heavily discounted, and I'll see you again next week for the big Love Notion sale.